Hey guys, this is the MAXI scooter guy. Still driving my Honda Silverwing, still loving it. Few things about it, but you know, we'll get into that in a little bit. So I'd like to wish you guys a happy first day of summer. It's summer solstice today, which is excellent for riding weather. I want to give a big shout out to all the people who are out there driving still, whether it be big motor, small motor, big wheel, small wheel. As long as it's got two wheels and an engine, you're cool with me and all of my friends, the other fellow YouTubers. So as you know, I recently picked this bike up and I probably put about 2,000 kilometers on it, a little bit over 7 weeks of ownership. Picked it up May 8th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a few things about the bike that you have to learn to live with and learn to grow with. The first thing, number one, would be the weight. Although the weight is on the heavy side for a scooter, and it's more noticeable when you're riding with a passenger, two up, add a little something to that statement. My girlfriend absolutely, positively, unequivocally always rides with her head over my left shoulder, which means the bike has more of a weight distribution on the other side, so it brings the center of gravity up and out to the left. So you must keep those things in mind when parking. The weight transfer is very difficult when you have somebody always leaning over to the other side. She's not mindful for that, but who can blame her? I can't. She likes to look over the left, so let her look over the left. Hey, it's all about enjoying yourself while you're on two wheels. So the weight may be an issue at slower speeds, but it's a welcome bonus at higher speeds. On the highway, it gives you that confidence to know that your bike is heavy and it's solid and it's going to stay firm-footed on the road. So I welcome that weight at highway speeds. In the city, it's a little bit more difficult, but you learn to live with it. Secondly, the leg position. It's neither 45 degrees nor is it 90 degrees. It's somewhere in between there. While it's not totally comfortable, I don't mind it. For the mileage and the driving that I do, it's not long hours. I'm not talking 4 or 5 hours of long highway driving where you want to stretch those legs out. I'm usually a city guy, as you guys know. So I usually drive with my foot at 90 degrees, sort of like when I'm sitting in a chair or sitting on the edge of the table, sitting on the edge of the chair with a coffee table in front of me watching a football game that's got a lot of action going on, you know. I'm like, oh my god. So I usually sit like that, right? So, I mean, it's perfect for me, but for some other people I could see how that would bother them on longer rides, but for me it works out quite fine. Now, another thing that I've learned to live with the Silverwing, this being a 2006 Honda Silverwing, is the throttle response. Now, the throttle is either open or closed. Let me get into it so I can explain myself a little bit better. You notice how some scooters, you have a sort of a sweet spot where you can feather the throttle and you can get it to open just right for you at the right sweet spot. Well, the throttle on this is either open or closed, so you either got it open or closed. So the sweet spot is pretty hard to find, but that's also reassuring to know that when you twist this throttle, she's gonna move. So you have to keep that in mind when you're driving. Apart from that, I don't have any more qualms about it. I've learned how to drive the bike. When I'm one up. When I'm by myself riding, I have absolutely a blast on this thing. I mean, even when I have my significant other, my girlfriend, on it with me, we still have a blast, but not so much at lower speeds. At lower speeds, I tend to have to watch myself. I have to keep my feet up until the last possible minute and then brake and come to a complete stop before I accelerate again. Not this sort of like creep up to a stoplight, because you got a lot of adjusting to do and a lot of steering to do to make it just right. So with all that said, how do I rate this bike? I would rate this bike somewhere, I would probably give it an unbiased 6.5. Yeah, I would definitely give it a 6.5. What's keeping it from having a 7 is the backrest. I wish it was just a little bit higher, but it's kind of low and it does do the trick. And like the T-Max, I wish it had that sort of dimply textured padding on the seat, just like the Zuma, like around the edge of the Zuma. That type of material would have made it perfect, because I do find that I guess the seat's kind of old, or my pants are just really smooth, or my butt's just really smooth, and sometimes I slide around in the seat. So I wish it had a different type of fabric, something that was a little bit more grippy to hold my butt into place, and maybe that would even add to the stability at lower speeds. Who knows? Anyways, that's all I had to say. After my 2000, this is my 2,000 kilometer review of the 2006 Honda Silverwing 600. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys are thinking about getting a MAXI scooter or a large displacement scooter, and you guys would like some input or some information about what I've been able to do with my longer range scooter, go ahead and drop me a comment in the box below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, I'm out, guys. Have a good day. Happy summer, by the way.